Next on the news at 10 is sports news with Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks, Gimba. The Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, has dismissed media reports that it is owing Super Eagles coach Gennett Rohr's 3-month salary. The federation used its Twitter handle to say that the German is only being owed his September salary, which is currently being processed. Now, the NFF also said it will continue to give the German tactician the necessary support to build a competitive national team for Nigeria. Meanwhile, the 3-time African champions continue their preparations for the international friendly match against the Salazar of Brazil on Sunday in Singapore. In a related development, the Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, says it has accepted the resignation of the Super Falcons coach Thomas Dennerby. The NFF said in a series of tweets on its handle that the Swedish tactician left his role because it did not accede to its request to bring in more expatriate coaches and an indigenous coach who doesn't have the required coaching license. But then, according to the BBC, Coach Dennerby, whose deal was due to run until 2020, cited in his resignation letter unfulfilled contractual obligations, including unpaid wages and a lack of both cooperation and accommodation in Nigeria. Arsenal striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been named the Premier League's player for the month of September after scoring 5 goals in 4 games. The Gabon international topped an 8-man shortlist after a vote by the public, as well as by the 20 club captains and the panel of football experts. Meanwhile, Jurgen Klopp has been named Premier League Manager of the Month for September. The Liverpool boss ensured his side maintained their flawless start to the top flight campaign, and he has now won the award on 5 occasions. Nike has shut down its Nike Oregon Project training group following the recent 4-year ban of founder and coach Alberto Salazar by the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. The Nike Oregon Project was a camp designed primarily to develop U.S. endurance athletes, and Salazar, a celebrated distance runner who had won 3 consecutive New York City marathons from 1980, had been its head coach. Now, the news of the project's closure comes amid preparations by the Oregon Project athletes Jordan Hasey and Galen Rupp for Sunday's Chicago Marathon. Nike said it will help athletes find new training arrangements, adding that no evidence had been found that performance-enhancing drugs were ever used on the Oregon Project athletes. Well, the 61-year-old Cuban-born American had denied the allegations against him and said he will appeal the ban. And that's a wrap in sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. It's back to you, Gilbert.
Thank you, Ayo. On entertainment news now, the friction between Nigerian rap heavyweight M.I. Abaga and Vector the Viper intensifies as Vector drops another diss track. Ogechukwu Osi has details of those and more entertainment stories.
Well, thank you so much, and here are your trending entertainment stories. The battle for lyrical supremacy between 2 of Nigeria's wordsmiths, M.I. Abaga and Vector the Viper, gets hotter as the latter drops a lyrical response, Judas the Rat, to M.I.'s heavyweight the Viper. On the track, Vector reduces some of the lyrical deficit created by the Viper by making some direct responses to M.I.'s jab, including referencing the aborted musical career of M.I.'s brother, Lucy Jax.
Your brother was such a gift, you wrapped away from the light. I mean, you claim helping people who are struggling to make it. Well, Jesse's struggling to make it.
Now, while that is on and energizing rap music in the country, singer Shei, dancer Kafi, and beatmaker T.Y. Mix will begin a 6-city tour in search of new musical talents in the country. Riding on the Access the Stars platform, this successful act will be putting music hopefuls on the same platform as some of Nigeria's biggest entertainers, including Tiwa Savage, Flavor, Burna Boy, and many others, with the star man eventually walking away with a star prize. And in the world of theater, Bolanle Austin Peters is returning to stage production on the back of a successful venture in directing the Blink Legotians. The producer-cum-director, popularly called the Queen of the Theaters, is bringing a new production, Man Enough, starring Ayola and Tana Adelana. But that's all for today. The News at 10 continues shortly.
And the main news again, President Muhammadu Buhari today demanded stricter laws to prevent girls from being abused in schools across the country. The president was reacting to the recent high-profile revelation of sexual abuse cases in institutions of higher learning in the country. Also today, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg raised concerns over Turkey's escalating military operations in northeast of Syria as over 100,000 residents flee their homes. And that's how it's been on the news at 10 tonight. I want to thank you so much indeed for watching. On behalf of all of us here, have a splendid night rest. Good night.